Hey, Micah, this is Clarence Hill of the Fort Worth Star Telegram. I'm honored to inform you that you've been named the Cowboys 2021 Good Guy Award winner, as voted by the local chapter of the Professional Football Writers of America. The award honors a player for his consistent and outstanding cooperation with the team's beat writers. Not only were you available every week, but you were honest, open, and intentional with your answers. I know you got a lot of awards coming to you this year for your great play, but this is the first one. Congratulations.
Nah, I appreciate that, Clarence. All right.
Everybody's happy for you. Um, that being said, as we get ready to continue this press conference, the 49ers are known to play bully ball. Can you bully a lion?
No, you can't. It's actually funny you say that. I was having fun with the guys, and I was telling them, like, I'm from Harrisburg, where the bullies get bullied. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a bully in every gym. There's a bully everywhere you go. But at one point, there's going to take someone to stand up and, and fight. And I ain't never backed down from a challenge, so I would never say you can bully a lion, ever.
But just but just attacking the physicality. They have a physical running style with their running offense. And how do you guys are you guys ready for this challenge of the defense?
I mean, we don't got a choice but to be ready, Clarence. I mean, the game on Sunday, we got about 4 more days left of preparation. And I don't think nobody's going to hand their equipment and say, hey, we can't beat the 49ers, let's go home. No, we're going to knuckle up, focusing on the details. And, when the run game that good, I mean, everything's small, detailed out, and we're going to have to really focus in and make sure we go out there and play our best football. I think there's one of them teams that's has a lot of fight in them. They got a lot of explosive players on offense and defense, and I think they one play away from being a really good football team too. So I mean, we really got to lock in this week.
Mike, I think the last time we talked to you was just before you tested positive. Can you let us know what sort of symptoms you had and just where you feel you are from a conditioning standpoint now, if it took a little bit away from you that you need to catch back up on
Yeah, I
this
had
game?
some fatigue, some muscle ache, about a sore throat, some congestion. I would have think it was the cold, but it turns out I had COVID. So, and I think because the weather was changing around Dallas so much, I think it could have been that. But I mean, I think from a standpoint coming back there, I feel great. I got a whole bunch of rest. I feel like I had an extra bye week some of the guys didn't get. So, I feel refreshed, and I like how I felt played after I came off my last bye week. So hopefully we can follow up with that.
Mike, you've talked a lot with us this year about how much you value the versatility you bring. That's something that Kyle Shanahan does a lot with his players on offense. What are some of the ways you see the 49ers' versatility on offense, and how do you defend against that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's been across the league. Deebo has been terrorizing defenses with his versatility at running back and receiver. I mean, you look at Kittle, the way he's able to hold blocks and, really go into play action and vertical threat. And, I mean, you look at the rest of their running backs. I mean, I think it speaks for itself. And I think, you got to it's going to be versatility on versatility. We're going to put it like that. I think we got to minimize their explosives and create our turnovers and explosives on defense and get the ball back. The more we could stay off the field and the more we keep our offense on the field, I think we got a great chance of winning this game.
Absolutely. And on a non football note for a minute, CBS will also be broadcasting your game on Nickelodeon for a kid friendly broadcast. What goes through your mind when you hear that? And if y'all win, would you be willing to be slimed?
Yeah, I'd be willing to get slimed. I remember watching, I was a big Nickelodeon Disney guy. And, back in the day when I was watching, SpongeBob and things like that, that speaks to volumes in my heart and how I enjoy being a kid. And my son loves SpongeBob, so I want to take some pictures for him. He might enjoy them.
What do you think this experience is going to be like, your first playoff game? Have you asked guys that have experienced this before what to expect?
To be honest, it's just another game. I mean, when week 18, I think the whole, rookie phase is about over. I got a lot of games in so far. And, I think it's just another game. It's another game where you got to hold on detail. I think, every game counted, until we got to this point with a 3 seed going into this playoff game. And nothing's new. We're going to do the same preparation as we've been doing all season. And the only difference is this is going to dictate if we're going home or not. And I hope we're not going home. This is going to be a good little stretch we got, and I'm excited for it.
What were you like watching the Philly game?
Oh man, I was on the couch, eating. I might have some wings, maybe some pizza, and I was excited for the guys, man. Leighton had the first pick. I was jumping off my couch for him. I was really excited for him. I was excited for Bash and D-Law with the sacks and things. I was rooting the guys on, and I was happy with the outcome.
I think you said your family were Cowboy fans growing up. How much do you remember the rivalry or learn about the rivalry with the 49ers?
I don't know too much about it, man. I can only have my own rivals.
How much did you talk to, I know you and LeVar Arrington are really close. How much did you talk to him this week about the playoffs and the intensity level and raising your game because there's so much on the line?
I actually didn't talk to LeVar this week. I probably talked to him more like Friday, Saturday time. He usually lets me go through the week, and he'll hit me up if it's real important to talk to me and, speak about it. But, I had lunch with D-Ware, though, yesterday, and, I got to talk to him about the preparation and what it takes and the mentality that comes with playoffs and things like that. So I thought that was interesting, and, he helped me, how to prepare the best. So that way, I keep my head low and I can stay focused on the things I need to focus on.
What were DeMarcus Ware's main points to you about preparing for a playoff game?
He was telling me, he's like, obviously it was a different system he was running, but, he said, you're explosive off the line, but you got to learn how to jump off the line and, get a good jump on the count. It's all going to come to film. He's like, man, I love film. Like, I'll watch film with you anytime you want. And he was telling me about what to look for when you're watching and, all the tendency things that I kind of knew, but he kind of went more into detail on things that, I was watching film. I came in early and was watching film with George this morning. And I kind of had a head start on it. I was like, yeah, you see that right there with the receiver and when they run the toss or whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah, you are getting it. I was like, yeah, George, I'm paying more attention than you think, brother. And he kind of just laughed and things like that. But that just speaks volumes of relationships that I'm building with the coaches and, former players.
It seems like the 49ers attack the edge more than a lot of teams. Outside contain is always an emphasis for you guys, but is that being discussed a little bit more this week, and what are the keys to going against this offense in that way?
I don't think it has to be discussed because at the end of the day, I think the standard is the standard, and I think you need to hold the standard regardless of the opponent. And, I as a kid, stop the run and then let the monsters eat on third down. We got to win the first and second down.
Congrats on the Good Guy Award, well-deserved. What would it mean to you, Micah, to be a first-team All-Pro as a rookie?
I think it's an extraordinary honor. Speak to the work and the position that the Cowboys put me in. And, I think it's just a true blessing. And it just makes you want to go harder. I think when you achieve things early, you got to learn how to sustain it. I always say, people always say when you get there, it gets easier, but I think when you get there, it gets harder because once you get it, you got it. But it's harder to sustain it than it is just to get there. So I got to, just keep working and keep getting better and find a way to beat this season next year, which is the harder part.
And I think we'll have to finish up here with John Machota.
Micah, back about Deebo Samuel real quick. It just seems like what he does is just so much different than most wide receivers, particularly with how much he carries the ball. How much are you kind of game planning for all the different things that he could potentially be doing?
I'm not trying to focus on just one guy. And it takes 11 players, and they got a whole bunch of talent across the board. But obviously, when you see him in the backfield, you got to treat him like a running back. And he got to get hit like a running back, got to get hit like everybody else. I mean, obviously, he's very explosive, very fast, strong runner. But in the day, you know, he got to come to the ground just like everybody else, and we got to treat him and game plan for the whole offense, not just part of the offense. So he's definitely part of the game plan of just trying to control him when he's in the box and he's in that backfield. But other than that, same game plan.